say I kept it solid when it's all said and done. All I know is keep going, run, better run. Mama told me never fold, run, better run. Like Jenny told Forrest Gump, run, better run. Inside the...
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas.
Inside the Show with your host, Justin Allegri.
Great Sunday action lies ahead, but first, here's what happened in the Major League.
Inside the Show with Justin Allegri.
It's Monday morning.
Inside the Show. And now your host, Justin Allegri.
Hi, I'm Justin Allegri, and this is your Wednesday edition of Inside the Show. Starting out west in the American League, Pete Alonso dominated the game offensively with 7 runs driven in on 3 home runs, leading the A's to the win over Texas 10-8. He extended his hitting streak to a modest 6 straight games. Rougned Odor launched 2 home runs and added 5 RBI.
Inside the Show.
Yeah. Look.
Inside the Show with your host, Justin Allegri.
It's Sunday morning. Welcome to Inside the Show. Starting in the AL West, the Oakland Athletics had 12 hits as a team as they took down the visiting Orioles 8-5. Jason Matlock drove in 3 as the Angels downed the White Sox 5-3. Simeon Woods Richardson earned the win, his 4th this season, helping Minnesota take care of the Mariners 7-4. The Houston Astros combined to give up just 5 hits as they beat the visiting Marlins 4-1. Dylan Lee earned his first victory of the season, helping Atlanta to a win over Texas 2-0. The St. Louis Cardinals put up 16 hits on the day as they got the win, crushing the Red Sox 12-3. The Tampa Bay Rays put together 10 total hits as they pounded the Guardians 8-1. The Blue Jays went deep 4 times as they took down the Tigers in Detroit 6-2. The New York Yankees combined for 10 hits as a team as they beat the Royals in Kauffman Stadium 6-1. The Giants knocked out 10 hits as a team as they took care of the Mets at Citi Field 6-2. The Philadelphia Phillies totaled 11 hits as they grabbed the win against the visiting Reds 7-5. The Brewers hit 3 long balls as they took down the Nationals in Washington 6-2. The Cubs held their opponent to just 2 hits as they plundered the Pirates 7-0. The Diamondbacks launched 3 home runs as they pushed past the Dodgers at Chavez Ravine 12-10. The Colorado Rockies picked up, 19 hits in this one as they grabbed a victory over the Padres at Petco Park 10-4. And that's what's happening around the baseball world heading into today. Join us again tomorrow for the latest from around Major League Baseball.
Property Friday night.
Inside the Show with Justin Allegri.
Happy
Inside the Show. Inside the Show with Justin. Inside the Show.
When they try to move in, you know what you must do, right? Coming out the room whether the sun or the
Inside.
Oh my God, I'm an animal. Oh my God.
Inside the show. Inside the
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call Hit Boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gonna give her some. Let's reflect times, I try to collect minds from complex rhymes. And by the way, shout out Tech 9. Go and shut the up, just let me talk. I'm a time bomb that's waiting to go off. Quite nuclear, amazing what fame could do to you. Too peculiar, although I'm truly a renaissance starter. My mind divine, it take me a lot farther. Growing up, I really had beef with my father. But why bother explaining my feelings? Try harder, but either way they gon' paint you the villain. 8 months with no phone, dog, we aiming for brilliance. High level maintaining the building, we making it. Alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. A wise man told me that silence never betrayed him. Keep your mouth shut, cause got ultimatum. Stupid situations, the tongue often creates them. The motor mouth is usually causing mayhem.
Lil' tune, flow sinister, I'ma finish him. Many men gon' need ministers, I ain't meaning them. Enemies, I'm the enema. I'ma cheat on them, just like my keys, drop my... Keep confidential, it's consequential. Philosophies unidentical. I'm not in the my Siamese brother Benjamin. That's how I stick to him. These diamond beats.
Inside the show with Justin Allegri.
Welcome to our Wednesday edition of Inside the Show. Let's jump right into Tuesday's action. Starting out west in the American League, the A's combined to give up just 5 hits as they took down the visiting Blue Jays 5-1. The Tigers put together 10 total hits as they took down the visiting Mariners 4-2.
Inside the show.
I like the beat that you're dancing to. Now I wanna know how it sounds. Of all the things I'm asking you, I only want you around. 'Cause I'm waiting at the station, but I don't know where I'm gonna go. Your love is what I'm chasing. I don't wanna be a cameo. It's not complicated. I just wanna take a chance on you. I'm not complicating things. I just wanna dance with you. I just wanna dance.
Yeah, maybe it was fabricated, I overplayed it, but I don't wanna make things complicated. I wanna see you dancing over, so tell me how to be your Casanova. Don't sweat it if I can't get it. Said a few things and I might wanna edit. Got a few flaws that I wanna get through, 'cause I never met a girl like you.
I was waiting at the station, but I don't know if you're gonna show. You got all my information.
Inside the Show with Justin Allegri.
Welcome to your Saturday edition of Inside the Show. I'm Justin Allegri. Starting in the AL West, the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim combined for 10 hits as a team as they dismantled the A's 11-3. The Astros tallied 5 home runs overall as they
Sipping on a bit of Rennie. Can I get a little Remy? Feeling heavy, chilling but I'm feeling ready. Pulled up in a big old Chevy. Dance floor stops and me gal damn drops. Queen with the locks and the crown.
Inside the Show with Justin Allegri.
It's Sunday morning. Welcome to Inside the Show. Starting out west in the American League, Danny Moreno got the win, number 7 thus far, as Oakland pushed past the Angels 6-1. He is currently in the top 5 in the AL in shutouts. Joe Ross got his 3rd win this season, leading the Stros to a win over the Rangers 2-0. The Seattle Mariners knocked out 10 hits as a team as they took down the Fish in Miami 7-5. The Rays pounded out 17 hits in this one as they pummeled the Yankees 16-5. The Bo Sox racked up 11 hits as a team as they beat the White Sox on the south side 5-4. The Detroit Tigers got 11 hits overall as they beat the Guardians in Cleveland 5-3. The Kansas City Royals combined for a 4-hitter as they blew out the Jays 7-1. The Pirates pitched well, allowing only 3 hits as they took care of the Mets at Citi Field 4-0. The Atlanta Braves sent 3 balls into the seats as they got the best of the Phillies in Citizens Bank Park 8-7. The Chicago Cubs allowed only 5 hits in the game as they bested the visiting
Inside the Show. Inside the Show with Justin Allegri. Inside the Show. Inside. Inside the Show.
Summer 2019, it's like a pipe dream. Pulling up in a 6-speed.
Inside the Show with Justin Allegri.
Great Sunday action lies ahead, but first, here's what happened in the major leagues on Saturday. Starting out west in the American League, Zach Gallen got his 16th win this year, leading the A's over the Rays 4-3. He is currently leading the American League in wins. The Houston Astros tossed a combined 1-hitter as they beat the Blue Jays in Toronto 1-0. The Angels only allowed 2 hits in the game, as they were winners over the visiting Rangers 6-1. Sam Hilliard had a great day, driving in 5 on 3 hits, leading the M's to the win over Kansas City 8-4. He is currently in the top 5 in the American League in slugging percentage. Tyler Rogers grabbed his second win of the year as the Orioles took down the Red Sox 2-1. The White Sox combined to allow only 4 hits as they took down the Tigers in Detroit 1-0. The Minnesota Twins allowed only 5 hits as a staff as they took down the visiting Guardians 4-0. The Marlins launched 3 home runs as they took down the visiting Braves 13-2. The Nationals got 12 hits in this one as they defeated the visiting Fightin' Phils 4-3. Scott Kingery was a force at the plate, driving in 3 runs, helping the Cubs get past the Yankees 5-2. Trey Turner added 3 RBIs to his total, helping lead Cincinnati to a win over the Brewers 6-3. He is among the National League leaders in stolen bases. The Pittsburgh Pirates combined for 4 total home runs as they got the best of the visiting Mets 9-3. They now have 6 straight victories. The Cardinals knocked out 12 hits as a team as they toppled the Rockies 8-2. The Los Angeles Dodgers totaled 13 hits as a team as they made short work of the Padres 8-1. Mario Hernandez collected win number 3 this year as the Giants beat the Diamondbacks 2-1. And that's what's going on around baseball heading into today's action. Join us again tomorrow for more updates from around Major League Baseball.
mystic, realistic, and simplistic. Spirits visit how we live it. It's intrinsic, kismet, it's smeared like lipstick. Colorful on our souls, a mouth full of gold or a drummer's roll. Stories get told about us, that's why things so blah without us. Wherever we are, you can feel the prowess. Whenever we move, yo, we turn the style up. I'ma just give black powers flowers, whether in the projects or the palace. Even when the pale horse tried to gallop and stir it up, we kept it balanced. We move in silence, we move the loudest. Ancestors in my dreams, they moved the wildest. They prayed about us, praised and shouted. Picture this country being brave without us. A slave's nostalgia, move through the woods with vigor. When we got free, the world moved with us. Now they wanna change their bodies, go figure. Used to call us, now they wanna be. We the rivers that move through the jungle, yo. When we move, we make the world wonderful.
When we move, the whole world following our path. When we move, the whole world following our path.
And who can move like this? Let me see what I could do right quick. My people were made in whose likeness? Boy fly, they never flew like this. Pitch black butterfly from the other side. Somebody's style was lost, it wasn't mine. I'm in a small demographic of real ones dealing with all things classic. King's fabric, linen and silk, from the home of the solid gold, honey and milk. The ones who built it from the mud, soil and sand. A black man, the world in the skin of his hand. Pop de la sop when I shine beyond Stella, fella. Kwame and Crummer, Mandela, leader, truth teller. The ink well dweller, my pen signs a New York Times bestseller. When I move, y'all move in my wake. Energy, I generate. How to never move weak, I demonstrate. Celebrate.
Inside the show.
Big subwoofer in the bag, like what's up, blow the windows out of frame. It's a party when
Inside the show. Here's your host, Justin Allegri.
Welcome to your Saturday edition of Inside the Show. I'm Justin Allegri. Starting out west in the American League, Abraham Toro drove in 4 as the Mariners downed the A's 7-3. The Astros hit 3 long balls as they bested the visiting Rockies 8-5. The Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim had 12 hits as a team as they grabbed the win over the Rangers in Arlington 10-6. David Tejada picked up win number 8 this year, helping the Pinstripes pass the Blue Jays 4-2. The Tampa Bay Rays picked up 14 hits in total as they cruised to the win against the Tigers 8-1. Davy Garcia grabbed win number 9 this year as the Red Sox claimed victory over the Orioles 6-2. Shane Baz grabbed win number 6 on the year as the Guardians defeated the White Sox 6-1. The Twins combined to give up just 5 hits as they beat the Royals in Kauffman Stadium 7-3. The Braves tallied 5 home runs overall as they got the best of the visiting Mets 10-6. The Washington Nationals snapped their 5-game losing streak as they got the best of the Phillies in Citizens Bank Park 8-3.
To me, standing here by myself, photograph with no correction for me or anybody else. I could dream 1,000 dreams, nothing could measure up to being out here just needing nothing, living on no one else. I feel the night creeping, but we ain't sleeping. Telling you what myself. A photograph with no correction, no need for redirection. I feel the light creeping, no more sleeping. I feel the light.
Can you hear? Are we clear? Clear for liftoff. Take off. For making reverberations. Are we affirmative? No negatory. Come in. Radio, what's your story? Ayahuasca kilo? Where you will go? Are you ready for a bit of Echo Victor? Feeling wider than awake. Yeah. Better quicker than straight. When we
Inside the show. And now your host, Justin Allegri.
Happy Saturday morning to you. Here's the news and results from Friday.
When they try to move in, you know what you must do, right?
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister.
Inside the Show. And now your host, Justin Allegri. Inside the Show with Justin Allegri.
The trade deadline is fast approaching. We'll tell you what your team did.
Sipping on a bit of Rennie. Can I get a little Remy? Feeling heavy. Chilling, but I'm feeling ready. Pulled up in a big old Chevy.
Inside the Show with Justin Allegri.
Well, this is it, the final day of the season for teams to make trades. There could be a flurry of action as the day goes on, but before we get there, here's a recap of what went down yesterday. Starting out west in the American League, the Oakland Athletics smacked 15 team hits as they got the win in a laugher against the Rangers, 13-2. Heading into the day, the Rangers sit in last place in the American League West Division, while the Athletics are atop the division. The Angels grabbed 13 hits in the game as they defeated the Twins in the Twin Cities 7-6. As of right now, the Twins are in 4th place in the AL Central, while the Angels sit in 3rd place in the American League West Division. The Houston Astros totaled 13 hits as a team as they nabbed the extra innings win over the Mariners 6-4. At the start of the day, the Astros sit in 2nd place in the American League West, and the Mariners are 4th in the division. The Red Sox totaled 11 hits as they defeated the visiting Tigers 9-7. In the standings, the Red Sox sit in last place in the American League East Division, while the Tigers are in last place in the AL Central. The Yankees completed a 3-game series sweep as they took down the Chi Sox in front of a home crowd 7-4. Heading into the day, the Yankees are in 1st place in the AL East, and the White Sox sit in 2nd place in the AL Central Division. The Guardians got 12 hits in this one as they took down the Rays in St. Petersburg 6-4. As of right now, the Rays are in 3rd place in the AL East, and the Guardians are in 3rd place in the AL Central. The Cincinnati Reds combined for 10 hits as a team as they beat the O's in Baltimore 4-0. As of today, the Orioles sit in 4th place in the American League East Division, while the Reds are in last place in the NL Central. The Atlanta Braves brought out the rooms in a 3-game sweep as they beat the visiting Marlins 5-4. They continue to win as they now have 9 straight. Entering the day's action, the Braves sit in 2nd place in the National League East Division, while the Marlins are 4th in the division. The Phils allowed only 5 hits in the game as they sank the visiting Buccos 4-2. In the standings, the Phillies are atop the National League East Division, while the Pirates are in 2nd place in the NL Central. The San Francisco Giants knocked out 10 hits as a team as they took down the Nationals in Washington 9-4. As of right now, the Nationals sit in last place in the National League East, and the Giants are leading the National League West. The Toronto Blue Jays put together 10 total hits as they bested the Cubbies at Wrigley Field 7-3. As of today, the Cubs sit in third place in the National League Central Division, and the Blue Jays sit in second place in the American League East Division. The New York Mets grabbed the 4-game series sweep as they took a victory against the Brewers in Milwaukee 2-0. The win was their 7th in a row. At the start of the day, the Brewers sit in 4th place in the National League Central Division, while the Mets sit in 3rd place in the National League East Division. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. was a major force at the plate with 6 RBIs, leading the D-backs over the Rockies 13-2. He is currently among the NL leaders in batting average. In the standings, the Diamondbacks are in 2nd place in the NL West, while the Rockies are at the bottom of the division. The Royals combined for 10 hits as a team as they got the victory in extra innings against the Dodgers 5-2. Entering the day's action, the Dodgers sit in 4th place in the National League West, while the Royals are leading the American League Central. The St. Louis Cardinals finished off the 4-game sweep as they grabbed a victory over the Padres at Petco Park 8-6. Heading into the day, the Padres sit in 3rd place in the National League West Division, and the Cardinals are atop the NL Central. And that's the show. The trade deadline is only hours away, so don't forget to check in tomorrow for a full recap of the day's events.
Coming up on the charcoal dust for fingerprints. And maybe under the wrong impression, so we have the things that they want, and all the items you bought. Hey, what you wanna know? Two detectives on the patio. Hey, can the lights turn off? Lights turn on. A bunch of cops in the yard, cars on the lawn. I saw the lights turn on, lights turn on. Too many cops in the yard, cars on the lawn. Killing time with small talk, sweating over the shotgun. Think that I could be making this. Oh, it's not like it at all, but not impossible. Lights turn on, lights turn off, lights turn on. Lights turn on, lights turn off, lights turn on. Lights turn on, lights turn off, lights turn on. Lights turn on, lights turn off, lights turn on.
Yeah, look, it's easy to tell that I belong to a higher power. Even when I seen didn't rekindle my firepower. You not a threat, nothing to fight about. I see through you even when my light is out. Okay, hey, okay. You light as a mouse outside of my house, not making no noise, just chasing the clout. Yeah, you want the cheese, but without no dreams, you will continue to sleep on the couch, shooting the scene and making a scene. That's two different things that we're not about. Hey, okay. Hey, okay. Yeah. I feel like I got a lot to prove. I feel like y'all cannot walk in my shoes. I feel like I'm damaged beyond repair. I feel like I lost a whole lot of screws. I feel like as a kid nobody was there for me mentally. Nothing else mattered as long as we had a roof. But I needed a home, not a house. I mean, I wouldn't have minded more room, but it's cool. In my heart I knew there was a Benz coming, but for now we worried when the rent coming. What would you do for loot when your band slumming? Couple for your heads coming. Wasn't cooking no soup on that oven. We was eating the water that cleanse from it. I got through it, I'm showing improvement. I could prove it, I'm the truest. Always knew that I could do it. I'm the student and the teacher. I could teach you, I could eat to any feature. A preacher, I've heard a serpent serve a sermon. Seen an angel treat me with demons, deceiving. So please don't believe that I don't belong. Every demon, I've conquered them all. I felt the rain, I felt the sun, and y'all about to feel this rain again. I ain't gotta talk at all. Easy. It's easy to tell that I belong to a higher power. Even when I seen didn't rekindle my firepower. You not a threat, nothing to fight about. I see through you even when my light is out. Okay, hey, okay. You light as a mouse outside of my house, not making no noise, just chasing the clout. Yeah, you want the cheese, but without no dreams, you will continue to sleep on the couch, shooting the scene and making a scene. That's two different things that we're not about. Hey, okay, hey, okay.
Hey, it's been so long that I had to be strong. Had to carry my own, had to do it alone. But I kept carrying on, I kept carrying on. I'm okay, I'm okay. Okay, you can take my arms, you can take my clothes, you can take my legs, you can take my toes, you can take my cash, you can take my home. You can't take my heart, you can't take my soul. You can't take my heart, you can't take my soul. Okay. I'm on the run with you. Summer 2019, it's like a pipe dream. Pulling up in a 6-speed, trying to run away from myself. Never really got my peace, but beef couldn't shake me out. I don't think that I can fake it much longer. Feels like a dream. You say this feeling, don't know who to trust. Think you are.
Guess I got bad instincts, cause I'm in sync with the worst of us. And I don't really mind burning down. Let me count the rest. Renegades, coming from the life that we made. Something like the fools on parade. Something like the icing monkey. But if you lose me, don't tell me. They all might think about it as if me was everything. It feels like a dream. When you say the feeling, don't know who to trust. Take it back. I'm losing the feeling. The way that I'm here is now I know. It feels like a dream. When you say the feeling, don't know who to trust. Take it back. I'm losing the feeling. The way that I'm here is now
Yeah, it's a simple question, do you got it or not? I've been talking to God about the garages for the crib that I still haven't bought. Boat rocking, my thoughts going too fast and not rational. I need the 42 on the wake up. I'm the ambassador, meaning I gas of the land I came from. Make it rain and the money looking like ransoms. And my brain know what state it demand the answers. I've been feeling like I fight it with my thoughts. In the bench and the lot, punch in the bag, while he listening to the box. I'm about to get my right. I need to call up my pops. I'm killing the pain, I'm feeling the change. I'm a villain to once I want to know my name. You better think twice about the moves that you make. When your heart is closed, when the truth is erased. Ayy, don't disturb, I'm in the booth. Ayy, my neck shiny like my tooth. Ayy, yo trying to reproduce. Ayy, DMs open, I'ma shoot. Don't disturb, I'm in the booth. Ayy, my neck shiny like my tooth. Ayy, yo trying to reproduce. Ayy, DMs open, I got options, look, you do not know where I've been. France 7 a.m., I'm a fan of landed up in Japan for my body with more of the reason to leave. My inhibitions I breathe and I eat the and then I do my deepest. I'm about to run a mile on these. I'm chiropractic and crack smiles on these. I'm 21 trying to make 9-10 million. I'm 29 shred by size of the Pentagon. Just got the shoes as red as filet mignon. Got magic, I thought she was Hermione. I'm in Hermione. Switch environment, I'm feeling uninspired. Was better precipitating and finding my soul and clarity. I'm burying my sins, the blessing is on my evidence. Ayy. I'm a businessman without a business plan. Racks and playing the fitness. Abracadabra, new Illuminati ain't the mantra. I ain't you unless it's gotta walk out slowly. I'm usually dramatic. I'm a raw dog life. I ain't doing no habits. I'm a star from the start. They be calling me Patrick and like a giant tarantula. I've been dealing with some whack. Thinking they can backstab, make 'em feel the pain like I'm in pit. I'm living, I'm ripping out the page. They've been asking what a rap said. I don't need the bread, I'ma give it to the fam. Get the job done like Task Rabbit.
Inside the show. And now your host, Justin Allegri.
The trade deadline has come.
Inside the show. Here's your host, Justin Allegri.
Welcome to our Wednesday edition of Inside the Show. Let's jump right into Tuesday's action. Starting out west in the American League, the A's tallied 5 home runs overall as they took down the Red Sox on the road 6-1. The Houston Astros combined for 4 total home runs as they defeated the visiting Angels
pessimistic and simplistic. Spirits visit how we live it. It's intrinsic, kiss me, kissed it. It's meant like.
Inside the show.
Dirty mind, you're sick and twisted. Appetite, I'll be yours if you do mine. Everyone falls for the dollar. You sold your soul, and everyone you know for the dollar. White collar style, stick up.
Just another. Inside the show. Here's your host, Justin Allegri.
Hi, I'm Justin Allegri, and this is your Wednesday edition of Inside the Show. Starting out west in the American League, Zach Gallen won the game, finishing a complete game one-hitter as Oakland took down the Red Sox 5-0. He is among the AL leaders in wins. Rafael Devers was clutch at the plate with 3 RBIs, leading the Astros to victory against the Angels 6-3. He is among the American League leaders in home runs. The Mariners picked up, 19 hits in this one as they grabbed the win over the Rangers in Arlington 10-4. Paul Blackburn got his 9th win out of the pen as Tampa Bay rolled past the Blue Jays 5-4. The Orioles shortstop, number 1, launched 3 solo home runs, leading the Orioles to the win over the Nationals 11-3. He has now hit safely in 7 straight games. The Guardians launched 3 home runs as they took down the Chi Sox in front of a home crowd 7-4. The Minnesota Twins knocked out 12 hits as a team as they took down the Tigers in Detroit 9-7. The win was their 5th straight as a team. The Miami
Inside the Show. Here's your host, Justin Allegri. Inside the Show.
Oh my God, I'm an animal. Oh my God, I'm a have it all. I'm losing my way back to you. Hands up, chief, get the bit in your teeth. They never will remember your name. We fight fire with fire. Would you call me a liar if I told you that I wasn't afraid? Sweet as sweat, are you feeling it, Jet? Long may your family reign. Better shake those hips if there's death on your lips, so you never will be dancing again. And cannibalism, the modern religion, we're riding a ticket to nowhere and carry the vision. I do what I do to survive. Oh my God, I'm an animal. Oh my God, I'm a have it all. I'm losing my way back to you. Oh my God, I'm an animal. Swear to God, it's my curtain call. I'm losing my way back to you. Blood for blood, if you're ready or not, get your finger on the machine. And if faith is blind in your enemy's eyes, then boy, you better make them believe. And cannibalism, the modern religion, we're riding a ticket to nowhere and carry the vision. I do what I do to survive. Oh my God, I'm an animal. Oh my God, I'm a have it all. I'm losing my way back to you. Oh my God, I'm an animal. Swear to God, it's my curtain call. I'm losing my way back to Oh my God, I'm an animal. Oh my God, I'm a have it all. I'm losing my way back to you. Oh my God, I'm an animal. Swear to God, it's my curtain call. I'm losing my way back to When they try to move in, you know what you must do, right?
Coming out the room whether the sun or the moon, it is safe to assume that we've been well groomed. In the village of platoon, drum signal out the boom. One test you get doomed. Here's a demonstration show. Put the arrow to the bow, strategy to the foe, victory, see it glow, and we take the win a lap around the river, and we back. Only God allow that. We the show off with the mask that is now worn. Devil man look around, say it's war torn. What do you know about the secrets bestowed and the stories we told? We the act direction, spiritual or physical, closer to the mystical. Ancestor visit you, whisper in your ear, you know. And you can hear clear, you know. We moving out when the moon shine, and lay out in the sunshine. More time, well it's now slime. Escape the rule, we the jewel, we the. See how women are the big boss, and the men see they keep course. Quickly we moving, slick target grooving.
Africa, Africa, we about to blow like a harmonica. We about to show you that everything you stole is living and breathing and coming right back at you. Listen, everything's circular, beginning with end of us. I can tell by the look in your face when you look in our eyes that you really just scared of us. The new breed coming down that mountain. We ain't afraid of no thing. All that slave thing, no way. Hey, this ain't Hollywood, this ain't a movie, ain't golden cut. We cutting up the old system, so if you ain't with us, then you better run.
Back off with the cough and lick off a shot.
We the new breed and we really don't care.
Pissed off and ticked off and come hit the block.
We the new breed, we the new breed.
My melanin glowing for the world to see. Your insecurity's not concerning me. I mean, God is a woman, that's my firm belief. And they wanna burn it down to the third degree. Grab a hold of the locks and insert the key. How many leaders does it take to be free? Don't wanna be Jack trying to get out the box. Should be stuck in there if you don't know how much it's all costs. Whoa, many layers is what's underneath. Look a little closer, I promise I'm more than you see. Please don't tell me you're different, I know I'm more than unique. Self-loving is all that I need. Never slow up, I don't know defeat. My heritage comes from royalty. That's crowns, a throne, and gold chains. More pain and nothing's changed. Still in chains. Which one of you politicians wanna be stepping in and up in a bad space? Step in my ring, you better know it's a sad day. I'm trying to dismiss us, I'll kick you out the place. Make them go missing, won't even leave a trace. Give me your best thing and I'll tell you that's a waste. I've been investing in my from day. Use the life, you say it ain't great. Go.
When they try to move in,
we the new breed and we really don't care. We the new breed, we the new breed. We the new breed, fist in the air. We the new breed and we really don't care.
you know what you must do, right?
Fist in the air, fist in the air.
Right?
Feels alright to me, standing here by myself. Photograph with no correction for me or anybody else. I could dream 1,000 dreams, nothing could measure up to being out here just needing nothing, living on no one else. I feel the night creeping, but we ain't sleeping. I feel the night screaming and street dreaming. Yes, telling you what it's meaning. I feel the night. Feels alright to me, standing here by myself. A photograph with no correction, no need for redirection. I feel the night creeping, no one sleeping. I feel the light. Come on now, talk to me. Yeah, you can see it through me. I
God don't like ugly, I ain't one to judge. Whole lot of gold, Cupid with a ton. Say I kept it solid when it's all said and done. All I know is keep going, run, better run. Mama told me never fold, run, better run. Like Jenny told Forrest Gump, run, better run. The race for freedom ain't won, run, better run. Had to make it out the red clay, run, better run. West side of Atlanta, yeah, that's where I'm from. Outside, our hands on like a glove. Moving like my guy Nori, eating on the run. Still an underground king, and that's worth it, bun. Locked in like Rice Street without a bun. I was playing with the powder way before LeBron. My wife was born a redhead, but now she a blonde. Politicians lie, and your favorite rapper is a con. Don't check for me without a check for me, that's a hun. The only L's I wear is followed by a ton. Get money and the power teach them while they young. Blessed to make it out the slum, run, better run. All I know is keep going, run, better run. Mama told me never fold, run, better run. Like Jenny told Forrest Gump, run, better run. The race to freedom ain't won, run, better run. It's for the one that never won. Hurt feeling going on. Beat the odds like a drum. Run, better run. Run, better run. Run, better run.
I put some brand new my gel on my thinking the same, but ain't banking the same. I put some brand new my gel on my thinking the same, but ain't banking the same. I put a brand new Flores on her wrist. I bought that the new Pratt Print Jane. This a bigger boat, we ain't sinking the same. This a PJ, we're not on the same plane. Yeah, big on the yellow diamonds like this.
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister.
Yeah. Look, it's easy to tell that I belong to a higher power, even when I see didn't rekindle my firepower. You not a threat.
I'm on the road with you.
Inside the Show.
Yeah, it's a simple question. Do you got it?
Inside. Inside the Show. Inside the Show.
Big subwoofer in the back, like what's up, blow the windows out of frame. It's a party when I pull up.
Inside the Show with Justin Allegri.
It's the first day of September, the final full month of the regular season, and that, of course, means rosters have been expanded. Major League teams can now carry 28 players, so we'll be seeing some fresh faces making their debuts in today's games. But before that all gets underway, here's what happened in the final day of August. Starting in the AL West, the Baltimore Orioles knocked out 10 hits as a team as they took down the visiting Mariners 5-4. The Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim sent 3 balls into the seats as they got the best of the Phillies in Citizens Bank Park 5-4. The Chicago White Sox hit 3 long balls as they took down the visiting Blue Jays 5-3. KJ Harrison grabbed 3 runs driven in as the Twins disposed of the Tigers 5-3. The Marlins swatted 4 home runs in this one as they bested the visiting Rockies 5-4. The Arizona Diamondbacks completed a 3-game series sweep as they took down the Nationals in Washington 3-0. It was their 7th straight victory. The Reds went deep 4 times as they dismantled the Giants 8-2. And that's the show on this first day of September. It should be a fun day of watching all the newly minted major leaguers making their debuts. And don't forget to listen in tomorrow to see how they did.
Dirty mind, you're sick and twisted. Appetite out
Can you hear? Are we clear? Clear for liftoff. Take off. For making reverberations. Are we affirmative? No negatory. Come in, come in. Radio, what's your story? Ayahuasca kilo? Well, you're welcome. Are you ready for a bit of Echo Victor? Feeling wider than awake. Yeah. Better quicker than straight. When we now there's smoke on the horizon, and the clouds are looking violent. There's a future in need of a frame, copper spinning in my brain. There's a theory for everything. Resurrection to the big old bang. Rock mining off to the excitement game. We got the so feel important. You are light. You are principle. When you love, invincible. Our shared life, indivisible. When we love, we're invincible. When we love, got a light?
Oh my God, I'm an animal. Oh my God, I'm have it all. I'm losing my way back to you. Hands up, chief, get the bitten you deeper than ever will remember.
When they try to move in, you know what you must do, right? Coming out the room, whether the sun or the moon, it is safe to assume that we've been well groomed. In the village of platoon, drum signal out the boom. One test you get doomed, we done. Here's a demonstration show, put the arrow to the bow, strategy to the foe, victory, see it glow, and we take the win, a lap around the river, and we back, only God allow that, we done. Show off with the mask that is now worn. Devil man look around, say it's war torn. What do you know about the secrets bestowed and the stories we told, we done. Action, spiritual or physical, closer to the mystical, ancestor visit you, whisper in your ear, you done. And you can hear clear, you done. We moving out when the moon shine and lay out in the sunshine. More time, well it's now slime. Escape the rule, we the jewel, we the. See how women are the big boss, and the men see they keep course. Quickly we moving, slick target grooving.
We the new breed and we really don't care. We the new breed, we the new breed. We the new breed. Hey, Africa, Africa, Africa. We about to blow like a harmonica. We about to show you that everything you stole is living and breathing and coming right back at ya. Listen, everything's circular. Begin and we'll end of us. I can tell by the look in your face when you look in our eyes that you really just scared of us. The new breed coming down that mountain. We ain't afraid of no thing. All that slave thing, no way. Hey, this ain't Hollywood, this ain't a movie, ain't golden cut. We cutting up the old system, so if you ain't with us, then you better run.
Back off, with the cough and lick off a shot.
We the new breed and we really don't care.
Pissed off and ticked off and come hit the block.
We the new breed, we the new breed.
My melanin glowing for the world to see. Your insecurities not concerning me. I mean, God is a woman, that's my firm belief. And they wanna burn it down to the third degree. Grab a hold of the locks and insert the key. How many leaders does it take to be free? Don't wanna be Jack trying to get out the box. Should be stuck in there if you don't know how much it's all costs. Whoa, many layers is what's underneath. Look a little closer, I promise I'm more than you see. Please don't tell me you're different, I know I'm more than unique. Self-loving is all that I need. Never slow up, I don't know defeat. My heritage comes from royalty. That's crowns, a throne, of gold chains. More pain and nothing's changed. Still in chains. Which one of you politicians wanna be stepping in and up in a bad space? Step in my ring, you better know it's a sad day. I'm trying to dismiss us, I'll kick you out the place. Make them go missing, won't even leave a trace. Give me your best thing and I'll tell you that's a waste. I've been investing in my from day. Use a lie if you say it ain't great. Go.
When they try to move in,
we the new breed and we really don't care. We the new breed, we the new breed. We the new breed, fists in the air. We the new breed and we really don't care.
you know what you must do, right?
Fists in the air, fists in the air.
Right?
Feels alright to me, standing here by myself. Photograph with no correction for me or anybody else. I could dream 1,000 dreams, nothing could measure up to being out here just needing nothing, living on no one else. I feel the night creeping, but we ain't sleeping. I feel the night screaming and street dreaming. Yes, telling you what it's meaning. I feel the night. Feels alright to me, standing here by myself. A photograph with no correction, no need for redirection. I feel the night creeping, no one sleeping. I feel the light I feel the night. What you got when you got it all? You sleeping. Here comes the night. You can talk to me. Yeah. I know you see through me.
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call Hit Boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gon' give her some. Let's reflect times, I try to collect minds from complex rhymes. And by the way, shut out Tech 9. Go and shut the up, just let me talk.
Inside the Show with Inside the Show. Inside the Show.
Yeah. Look, it's easy to tell.
Inside the Show. And now your host, Justin Allegri.
Great Sunday action lies ahead, but first, here's what happened in the...
Sipping on a bit of Rennie. Can I get a little Remy? Feeling heavy.
Inside the Show. Inside the... Inside the Show. Inside the Show with Justin Allegri.
Welcome to your Saturday edition of Inside the Show. I'm Justin Allegri. Starting out west in the American League, the Oakland Athletics amassed 14 hits in the game as they got a win over the Astros in Houston, 6-2. The win was their sixth straight as a team. As of right now, the Astros are in second place in the AL West. They're over 20 games out of first. And the Athletics are atop the division. They are more than 10 games ahead of second place. Sandy Alcantara grabbed his 13th win overall this year as the Yankees handled the Mariners 3-1. As of today, the Yankees sit in first place in the American League Eastern Division, 2 games up on second place, while the Mariners are in third place in the AL West. They're over 20 games out of first. The Texas Rangers picked up 14 hits in total as they destroyed the Angels 12-5. At the start of the day, the Rangers are in last place in the AL West. They're over 20 games out of first. And the Angels are fourth in the division. They're over 20 games out of first. The Blue Jays combined to give up just 5 hits as they took down the Rays in St. Petersburg 3-1. Entering the day's action, the Rays are in fourth place in the AL East. They're 16.5 games out of first, while the Blue Jays are second in the division, but they currently lead the AL wildcard race. The Tigers launched 3 home runs as they beat the O's in Baltimore 7-3. Heading into the day, the Orioles sit in third place in the American League East Division. They're 13.5 out of first place. And the Tigers sit in first place in the American League Central Division, 1 game ahead of second. The White Sox racked up 11 hits as a team as they grabbed the win against the visiting Royals 7-3. It was their 7th win in a row. As of today, the White Sox are in second place in the AL Central, 1 game out of first. And the Royals are third in the division. They're 2 games back. The Twins allowed only 5 hits in the game as they pounded the Guardians 9-2. In the standings, the Guardians sit in last place in the American League Central Division, 9 games back. And the Twins are fourth in the division, 3 games back. Peter Lambert collected his
Inside the Show. Inside the Show with Justin Allegri.
It's Monday morning and welcome to Inside the Show. Starting out west in the American League, the A's got 11 hits overall as they blasted the Astros 10-3. That now makes 8 straight wins for the team. Entering the day's action, the Astros sit in second place in the American League West, but they currently hold a spot in the AL wildcard race, while the Athletics are atop the division. They are more than 10 games ahead of second place. The New York Yankees brought out the rooms in a 3-game sweep as they took down the visiting Mariners 4-2. As of right now, the Yankees sit atop the American League East Division. They have a 3-game cushion. And the Mariners sit in third place in the American League West Division. They're over 20 games out of first. Everson Pereira drove in 4 and had a home run as the Rangers pulled away from the Angels 8-4. He extended his hitting streak to a modest 6 straight games. At the start of the day, the Rangers sit in last place in the American League West Division. They're over 20 games out of first, while the Angels are fourth in the division. They're over 20 games out of first. The Tampa Bay Rays had 12 hits as a team as they took down the visiting
Inside the Show with Justin Allegri.
Welcome, everyone. Let's jump right in and revisit the news and events from Monday. Starting in the AL West, the Oakland Athletics held the opposition at bay with only 4 hits as they got a win over the Astros in Houston 4-1. They continue to win as they now have 9 straight. As of today, the Astros are in second place in the AL West, yet they currently hold a spot in the race for the American League wildcard. And the Athletics are atop the division. They are more than 10 games ahead of second place. The New York Yankees pitched well, allowing only 3 hits as they were winners over the visiting Rangers 9-2. It was their 5th straight victory. In the standings, the Yankees are leading the AL East. They have a 3-game cushion. And the Rangers are in last place in the AL West. They're over 20 games out of first. Bryson Stott swung the bat well with 3 hits as the Blue Jays nabbed the win against the Guardians 5-3. Heading into the day, the Blue Jays are in second place in the AL East, yet they currently lead the race for the American League wildcard, while the Guardians are in last place in the AL Central. They're 7.5 games out of first. The Cardinals got 12 hits in this one as they beat the Braves in Atlanta 6-4. Entering the day's action, the Braves are in first place in the NL East, 1 game ahead of second, while the Cardinals sit in first.
Inside the Show with Justin Allegri.
Hi, I'm Justin Allegri, and this is your Wednesday edition of Inside the Show. Starting out west in the American League, the A's grabbed 13 hits in the game as they pulled off the win against the Angels in Orange County, 12-2. They stayed hot with their 10th in a row. As of right now, the Angels are in 4th place in the AL West. They're over 20 games out of first, while the Athletics are atop the division. They are more than 10 games ahead of second place. Ian Anderson earned the victory while striking out 11 as the Yankees disposed of the Rangers 2-0. He is currently in the top 5 in the AL in shutouts. In the standings, the Yankees are atop the American League East Division, 4 games up, while the Rangers sit in last place in the American League West Division. They're over 20 games out of first. The Stros sent 3 balls into the seats as they got the best of the Seattle Mariners 7-6. At the start of the day, the Mariners are in 3rd place in the AL West. They're over 20 games out of first, while the Astros are 2nd in the division, but they currently hold a spot in the AL wildcard race. The Cleveland Guardians knocked out 12 hits as a team as they beat the Blue Jays in Toronto 7-2. Entering the day's action, the Blue Jays sit in 2nd place in the American League East Division. They trail first by 4 games. And the Guardians sit in last place in the American League Central Division. They're 7.5 games out of first. The Brew Crew combined for 4 total home runs as they got the win, crushing the Red Sox 11-2. As of today, the Red Sox are in last place in the AL East, 20 games out of first. And the Brewers sit in last place in the National League Central Division. They're over 20 games out of first. Luis Torrens drove in 4 overall with 2 big flies, leading the Royals to the win over the Tigers 4-2. Heading into the day, the Tigers sit in 2nd place in the AL Central Division, 1 game out of first, while the Royals are atop the division, 1 game ahead of 2nd. The Minnesota Twins hit 3 long balls as they dismantled the White Sox 11-2. As of right now, the Twins sit in 4th place in the American League Central Division, 3 games back, while the White Sox are 3rd in the division. They're 2 games back. The Cardinals shortstop, number 11, was a major force at the plate with 6 RBIs, leading the Cardinals to a win against the Braves 16-1. He extended his hitting streak to a modest 6 straight games. At the start of the day, the Braves sit atop the NL East, 1 game ahead of 2nd. And the Cardinals are in 1st place in the NL Central. They are more than 10 games ahead of 2nd place. Francisco Lindor collected a total of 4 driven in, leading the Metropolitans past the Rays 7-2. His modest hitting streak was also extended to 5 straight games. Entering the day's action, the Mets are in 4th place in the NL East, 4.5 games back. And the Rays sit in 4th place in the American League East Division, 19 games out of first. The Washington Nationals totaled 11 hits as they defeated the visiting Fightin' Phils 7-3. In the standings, the Nationals are in last place in the NL East. They're over 20 games out of first. And the Phillies are 2nd in the division, 1 game out of first. The Baltimore Orioles put together 10 total hits as they bested the Cubbies at Wrigley Field 8-7. Heading into the day, the Cubs sit in 2nd place in the National League Central, 19 games out of first, while the Orioles are in 3rd place in the AL East, 14 games back. Ethan Hankins earned the 3rd W of his season, helping lead the Reds to victory over the Marlins 6-4.
Inside the Show with your host, Justin Allegri.
Hello there, baseball fans. Let's recap what went down around the league on Wednesday. Starting in the AL West, the Oakland Athletics amassed 14 hits in the game as they destroyed the Angels 10-3. At the start of the day, the Angels sit in 4th place in the American League West. They're over 20.
Inside the Show.
When they try to move in, you know what you must do, right? Coming out the room, whether the sun or the moon, it is safe to assume that we've been well groomed. In the village of platoon, drum signal out the boom. One test, you get doomed. Here's a demonstration show. Put the arrow to the bow, strategy to the foe, victory, see it glow, and we take the win a lap around the river. And we
Inside the show. And now your host, Justin Allegri.
Playoff contending teams are making their final push to the end of the year. Welcome to Inside the Show. Starting out west in the American League, the A's launched 3 home runs as they took down the visiting Mariners 5-3. As of right now, the A's are atop the American League West. They are more than 10 games ahead of second, while the Mariners are third in the division.
Inside the show.
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature.